EOS's year-long ICO is about to come to a close, but many people aren't aware that the current ERC20 EOS tokens need to be swapped out by June 1st when the mainnet launches, or those tokens may be worthless. Losing crypto sucks, and we don't want that to happen to you. So we've decided to do this Quickie episode to let you know how to save your coins. Welcome to episode number 131 and a half of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
Welcome to the Bad Crypto Podcast, the show for the crypto curious, the crypto serious, and the crypto those who don't want to lose their coinuses.
Yeah, the protectionist-isms. This is good, Mr. Joel Com. We had a conversation about this, and we said, we should probably create a little extra something for those out there in the Republic of Bad Cryptopia to let you know that if you do have some EOS, you probably have something to do to ensure that your EOS tokens, which are currently an ERC20 token, to convert them over to its native EOS token that's going to be created on their new blockchain after their ICO is complete. So you gotta register that wallet.
Yep. If you don't, then you could be in some big old world of hurt. And if you go to now, U.S. citizens were not able to participate in the EOS ICO. And if you'll remember, this was an ICO that went for 300 days. On day one, they did 200 million tokens. And then every day since then, 2 million tokens for a total of 1 billion tokens, although 100 million were reserved for Block One, the creators of this. So it was a 350 one-day ICO, and it's hard to believe it's coming to a close.
Yeah, and if you are a U.S. citizen and you have gone to an exchange and bought some EOS, well, you're going to have a challenge to, register your wallet unless you have a little workaround, right, Mr. Joel?
Yeah, you might need to use a VPN. I don't know. I know that U.S. citizens weren't allowed to participate in the ICO, but I don't think that I don't know for sure because I'm not a legal advisor, but I don't think there was a problem with buying them on an exchange. But to register them with EOS, you need to go use their site, and you can't get to the part where you need to register them if the browser detects that you're from the U.S. So you got to figure out what you need to do there. But we do have some information about registering them, and so this Quickie here is designed to provide you with that information. And we should give a shout out to Lisa Hamilton Smith in the Bad Crypto Mastermind, that we knew this was coming, but she really brought it to everybody's attention. One of the reasons that the Bad Crypto Mastermind is so valuable, badco.in/mastermind. And if you don't have your tokens registered with EOS before June 1st, you might be screwed.
Yeah, because the ERC20 tokens that are EOS right now, those are going to be locked. Those are going to be non-transferable at a certain date, I think 23 hours or something after the end of their ICO. Mm-hmm. So you have to register your wallet, and you want to do that as soon as possible because it could be a bad thing. Now, here's one thing that I noticed. I found some statistics yesterday that says about 65% of the folks who have EOS have not registered their tokens yet. 65% of EOS users have still not registered for the token swap, and that is from statistics from EOS Authority, a block producer candidate in London. They're revealing 65% of users have not registered their tokens for the upcoming migration. So that tells me, here's what's going to happen. There's 1 billion tokens that's created. If 65% of the people who have EOS don't register their wallet, those coins are going to get locked and they're going to be gone. So right now there's 1 billion EOS ERC20 tokens, but let's say 50% of them don't actually register their tokens. Well, then guess what? Then there's only going to be 500 million of them. I mean, whatever, they're basically going to get burned. If you don't transfer them and do that token swap, they're getting burned.
We don't know that for sure, though, right? We don't know that they're not going to find a way to support. Well, I'm
maybe.
Does it actually say that on the EOS site?
No, it says so. So Lisa Hamilton Smith, she sent an email into the support group at EOS, and basically what they said was, keep in mind that within 23 hours after the end of the final period on June 1st, 2018, at basically 11 o'clock, all EOS tokens will become fixed, i.e. frozen, and will become non-transferable on the Ethereum blockchain. Therefore, we recommend sending the registered transaction to our contract address well before the 2nd of June at 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. So once the transaction is completed without error, it will tie this Ethereum address with the EOS public key. It does not matter how many tokens are held at the time of sending the registered transaction to our contract address. The key is the number of EOS tokens at that wallet address at the time of taking the snapshot. In other words, all EOS tokens should be held inside the registered Ethereum wallet at the end of the EOS token distribution on the 2nd of June.
And they're not recommending like Exodus or anything like that. They're saying that you should have a wallet like a MetaMask, MyEther wallet, or an Ethereum wallet. And each one has a slightly different process for registering your tokens. But what you want to do is you go to EOS.io and then you click on the thing towards the bottom where the ICO is that says get EOS, and then you have to check on a number of boxes that may or may not be true for you, and you decide whether those boxes are true for you or not, and then you're on the EOS token distribution page, and if you scroll down, you'll see buy, register, claim, and transfer, and what you want to do is click on the register link. There's a few things they want you to note here. The registration is not necessary prior to participating, and it's only required once for each Ethereum wallet address, even if you use, that same address multiple times. Now, if you've got two wallets that you're holding them in, then you've got to, you need to move them to the same Ethereum address and register your EOS public key to that address.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so again, MetaMask is a really good way to set that up. You can actually go into, and here's the thing. Here is the thing. If you are a U.S. citizen, we can't tell you, what to do, but there are methods of, you could use a VPN or some sort to mask where you are. We're not saying that you should do that. If you don't plan on registering them,
they do that.
You probably should sell them if you're not going to register them because you don't want to risk losing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that when all is said and done, they're going to have a major PR problem on their hands because even though they've given people plenty of warning, you're still going to have people that are like, what do you mean register them? I mean, there's a lot of people that are new to this and this is complicated. There's a lot of people that, hold their ERC20s in an Exodus wallet or something. They've never used MetaMask or Mu or an Ethereum wallet. And they're going to be like, wait, what do you mean my tokens are frozen? And if this thing moons, all the more so, we're talking about a lot of money potentially lost and burned. And I find it hard to believe that with what's invariably going to happen, they're not going to find a way to help people. But I wouldn't risk it.
I wouldn't risk it either. Now, where did you see the registration part at there, Mr. Joel Com? So I'm in the distribution, EOS.io, the distribution area. Because not long ago, I've gone through.
Scroll down the page. You should be on EOS.io/instructions under how to participate. Yep. Participation instructions. You'll see buy, register, claim, and transfer. You want to click on register. And this is where Lisa found the text about, this June 1st at 22:59:59 UTC, all EOS tokens will be frozen and non-transferable. Now, we're not going to walk through the individual instructions for each one because depending upon whether you're using MetaMask, MyEther wallet or Ethereum wallet. They're a little different, but essentially you're going to have to generate an EOS key and register it in your particular wallet. And then there's instructions for each one to check to verify that your keys are successfully registered to your wallet. And until you've taken that step, you don't know for sure.
Yep. So you go to that page, as Mr. Joel Comm mentioned, you will see on that page it says EOS token distribution. Then you scroll down a little bit. Then you see distribution schedule. Then you scroll down a little bit. Then you see how to participate. And it says buy, register, claim. Then you will click on the link. Well, it's a really small link right above participation instructions, but please click the register instructions. Boom, you click on that. That drops you down a little bit further. And then you walk through a process of MetaMask, MyEther wallet, or an Ethereum wallet. And if you're using MetaMask, you want to unlock that. And then you click on the account which contribution was made from. Click on the EOS token distribution interface below, which takes you to that interesting place. And that allows, once that interface loads, that's where you can register your EOS keys or change your EOS keys. So when I go into that, mine says, I can change my EOS key. Here is my, and then when you get it set up correctly, there'll be little buttons there that say get EOS tokens, claim EOS tokens, register your EOS key, transfer EOS tokens. And then you basically will register your key. It's going to tie it to that address that is in your MetaMask, your Ethereum contract, your Ethereum account. And then you'll have it'll say there's an EOS public key right underneath that.
So there you go. This emergency broadcast of the Bad Crypto Podcast has been brought to you by people who care about you and your tokens, and hope that's helpful for you guys. If you are holding EOS, make sure you get this done, because TikTok, there's only a few days left. And if you're listening to this and it's already passed, then let it be instructive, because I'm sure this isn't the last time that something like this will happen. If you're going to be in cryptos, learn how to use your ERC20 wallet properly so that this stuff doesn't take you by surprise.
That is so true. This is a crucial thing. This is one of those things where, you don't have to be geniuses to be in crypto, but you do have to pay attention to some instructions. And this is why we're still in the early days of crypto. This is kind of wild, wild west. There are some things here that are not super simple for the masses to get. And guess what? You're lucky that you're here and participating in it. It might be a little challenging. It might not be as intuitive as it will be down the road. But herein lies the opportunity for us, right? So 7 days is what we have, folks. The distribution period ends in 7 days. So from when we're recording this right now on Friday the 25th, World GDPR Day, which every time that you delete a GDPR email, 2 more will arrive in your inbox. You have 7 days to distribute, to register your Ethereum wallet, and want to make sure that your EOS tokens are in that wallet.
It's wild, wild west. Thanks for listening to the Bad Crypto Podcast, gang. Coming up next, episode 132 is going to be the top 5 cryptos, and we actually are going to revisit EOS in that show, because guess what? It's one of the top 5. And then Mr. Ronnie Moas is going to be back for the episode that releases after that. So thanks again for listening. Get your EOS registered. Otherwise, it'll be...
Yeah, right now, only 440 million EOS are registered. 539 million plus have not been registered yet. Oh
my gosh. Right, register those so you won't stay sad. But stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.